Well, hello there. My name is Brendan, and we're back with another top 5 video. Today I got my close friend Daniel, aka Senpai, and today we are doing a video top 5 favorite Pokemon games.
My number 5, I put none other than Pokemon Sun and Moon. Yeah. I think the reason I picked this one is it did a lot of stuff that I like and some stuff that I didn't like. I really liked how they got rid of HMs.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Do you like HMs?
I hate HMs.
Of course you don't.
But I love having the slaves.
HM slaves. Got rid of HMs. I like that a lot. I really like the overall design and aesthetic of the region, the tropical islands, the 4
Hawaii.
islands. Yeah. Even though there's a bunch of water, it doesn't feel like you're surfing a lot like in other games. You know what I'm talking about. I feel like it was an improvement personally over the games before it, X and Y. I personally thought they were pretty easy, and I think Sun and Moon offered a bit more of a challenge. It should be noted that I haven't played Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, so that's why Sun and Moon are here instead. I've heard good things about them though, but and yeah, that's my number 5.
Don't you like how they disguised legendaries as Ultra Beast? Like, they're just kind of legendaries, aren't they? They're like legendaries, but there's multiple of them. Like, you can get more than one.
I'm not too crazy about the Ultra Beast. Yeah. I guess that would be one thing I dislike about it.
It's just some weird story thing about
that,
it.
And I remember the beginning of the game just holding your hand so much.
Yeah, it felt forever, the beginning of the game.
But
it was a good idea. It was a good different thing to try. So
yeah. My
number 5, I have Pokemon Emerald.
Okay.
I would like it to be known that the Hoenn region is my least favorite region. There's just too much water. I just can't deal with it. Only real Pokemon fans know that meme.
Too many HMs.
Too many HMs. Yeah, they add a whole bunch of extra HMs because of the water. I like Emerald because it was one of the first games I played on the Game Boy. I jumped straight to the DS, but once I went to the Game Boy, it kind of gave me that. It was different. It did have a good feel. I enjoyed the feel of the game. I enjoyed some of the designs, the character designs. I like how there's 2 rival, Team Magma and Team Aqua. There's 2 rival gangs that you had to go up against.
What'd you think of those teams?
They're kind of. I think they're kind of.
They're kind of meh for me.
They're kind of meh.
They're alright.
But I mean, I like the fact that there were 2 of them, and then they were beefing with each other while they were beefing with you.
Yeah.
And then I'm a huge fan of the third installments of certain games because it just, to me, it adds more.
Especially in that gen.
Mm-hmm,
yeah.
Yeah. I like that you got Rayquaza, you got Rayquaza, and then the other 2 legendaries. But I mean, I enjoyed the game. I really did enjoy the game. I think that's where they introduced double battles too, which is kind of sweet.
Yeah, that's the one thing I really like about Emerald is that they added a lot more double battles, which I like those a lot because they involve another layer of strategy, I guess.
Yeah, and also back then you'd love double battles because then you'd have 2 Pokemon getting XP at the same time.
Yeah.
Back when, you know.
Oh yeah.
Which you had to go back and grind to get all your Pokemon to evolve, but.
So our number 4, we actually have the same number 4, I believe, which is Pokemon Platinum.
Oh yes, yeah. Pokemon Platinum. Top tier.
Yeah. Again, I think what makes it so good is that it builds upon what Diamond and Pearl laid out.
Mm-hmm.
The part of the game that always sticks out to me is the end game, sort of. Not the very end, but we have 6 or 7 6 or 7 badges, whenever that is, when you're going up to, when you're climbing that mountain that takes 100 HMs to clear. That part sucks, but once you get to the top,
the one where you go against that takes you to
what's the world called? Where Giratina is.
The upside down.
The upside down, the sideways. I don't know. I hate that I'm blanking on the name of that world.
I know. It's kind of pissing
you know
me
what I'm
off.
talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Google it.
Where you catch Giratina.
Oh shit! No, I can't Google it right that.
That's
But
the Dimension World or something.
dude, we'll just in post. We'll just add the name of it. But no, that just getting once you were in that place, it was so sweet because it wasn't like the other games you played before. It was like a puzzle that you had to solve, which is a lot of it. Like when you're not catching Pokemon, not battling people, you're pretty much trying to solve the puzzle of like your surroundings to get where you need to go, which was kind of cool, which was very interesting. And a little thing that I really enjoyed about this game compared to Pearl and Diamond was that it was more like winter. Like the season was more winter. Like if you look at the sprites for both of them, one looks like he just has like the basic like Diamond and Pearl clothes with like short sleeves, and then the Platinum one he has like a scarf and he has long sleeves, and Dawn has like a whole like suit or a
big scarf
winter. She has a big scarf and she has like a winter jacket. I don't know. I kind of like that because like it kind of gives me that Christmassy feel. And I do that. Well, if anything gives me the Christmassy feel, that's my favorite thing ever.
Okay. My one gripe would be that I think the game just drags on too long sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when, you know those snowy areas, or that area that's also, like that marsh area, where you could just get stuck in place and you just walk super slow. You have to fidget around to get out.
I remember the 7th gym leader's like little trial thing was that one I hated the most, where you had to like push the ice cubes, make sure it's in a certain position, then you had to slide, make sure you stopped at a certain place. That one was a pain. I remember little 4th grade old me going home from school, get on my bed, spending an hour on that. And dude, I was like, nah. I think I may, once I went back and played Pearl or Platinum, I might have Googled how to do it.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember if I did, but I might have. So.
My number 3 is Emerald. You previously mentioned Emerald, so I'll keep it kind of brief. Again, I really like how they improved it over Ruby and Sapphire. I don't know why that took so long for me to think of, but
dude, I didn't even mention Ruby and Sapphire. I forgot about those games.
Yeah, but I love how much like content it added. I love the final the Battle Frontier. You remember that?
Oh yeah, they added that. Didn't they? That was kind of sweet.
Yeah, I don't think they had that in Ruby and Sapphire. I think they just had one tower, and then in Emerald they had like a whole island that you could visit, and there was like 7 different buildings that you had to compete in, and they were really hard. That would be one gripe I have, is just the Hoenn region. There was way too much water. All the
dude, the Pokemon, I don't know, like even though like Pokemon games are kind of getting a little whack with their Pokemon designs now, I do not like the Pokemon that much of the Hoenn region.
Really? I think the Hoenn, they're some of their best actually.
I don't.
Really?
I think they have their legendaries. Some of their legendaries,
The
like
legendaries
Rayquaza,
in Hoenn are awesome.
Deoxys.
That you can't deny that.
Those ones are sweet, but I don't know, the regular Pokemon, it's like whatever.
I love how many legendaries you can get. You can get the Weather Trio. You couldn't get Deoxys, right? I think that might have been event only. You get Latios or Latios. You get the Regis.
Weather Trio.
Rayquaza, Groudon, Kyogre. That's what they're called, I guess.
I was thinking of I know you haven't played Black or White, but the ones that are like Storm, Thunder, Lightning, or something like that. Wind. Like
I think I might know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But I have memories of you remember how it was like a puzzle to get the Regis?
Dude, that was a pain.
That was a pain.
I appreciate you. Cool. I think I actually Googled it. I think
really?
That for sure I Googled, because there's some stuff I'm like, it was like in Braille. I don't know how to read Braille. I'm pretty sure or something like that. Like it was like just these Braille signs. So I'm like, yeah, I'm Googling this. Did you actually solve it? Like.
Well, actually, when I was a wee little lad, a friend of mine kind of told me how to do it.
Okay, so you just.
So that was kind of cool figuring that out, and then once I heard it was Braille, that's when I think I Googled, like Braille alphabet and cracked the codes and stuff. I thought it was just so cool how you need to get.
Oh, so you actually tried to solve it, kind of stuff?
Kinda, yeah.
I'm pretty sure I just fucking Googled
Really?
it. I just was like, okay, what's the order of this?
I kind of like that, and they don't really do that anymore, do they?
Dude, they might have stuff like that, but we maybe don't play the games long enough.
Maybe.
Most of the last couple games I played, once I beat the story, I'm like, yeah, I'm not feeling the rest of the game. Mm-hmm. My number 3 is Pokemon Let's Go.
Okay.
The newest games. Whoa, you're questioning me, aren't you?
Maybe a little bit.
It's a lot. It's not necessarily the game. Okay, Pokemon Let's Go I enjoy a lot because first of all, you can play it on your TV. You can play it on the go with the Nintendo Switch. But I enjoyed it a lot because it was the Kanto region. It was pretty much like a third evolution of the remakes that they had. The story remained the same, didn't it? The story remained
pretty much.
The story remained the same.
There might have been like minor changes, but
minor changes that I can't remember.
I only
right
played through
now.
it once. I kind of forgot about it.
Kind of forgot about. I was playing it for a little bit because I want to catch as much of the Pokemon as I can.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very close, but there's like some that's like so difficult that I need to kind of struggling. But no, I enjoy it because a lot of it. I love the new design of the games. It's beautiful.
The game does look great.
It looks great. It plays great. I don't think I've really had any glitches. I mean, not really. I don't have any glitches regularly with any other Pokemon games, but it's just so smooth. And a thing I love about Pokemon games, how real they can be to like an actual Pokemon adventure. So like when you're surfing, you can only surf on a Pokemon, but it's a Lapras. And they took away HMs. There's still no HMs, which is true. But you're riding on a Lapras,
which is good.
So you're still riding on the Pokemon. When you fly, there's only a handful of Pokemon you can use, but you can still fly on Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
You have your starter Pokemon, either Pikachu or Eevee on your shoulder, and then you always have a Pokemon following you. That stuff I just kind of nerd about.
I am glad that they brought that back.
The following. That I love that so much.
That's such a cute, cool thing.
It is. I'm just like watching your Pokemon follow you, and then you turn around, and then you see they're like, yeah.
I hope it's in Sword and Shield.
Dude, I hope so too. That'd be sweet. They like to take it out of nowhere and then just like, here you go, head it back.
One thing I want to add to you that I think it's just an okay game. It's not it's not terrible. It's definitely not top 5 for me personally. But one thing I need to praise it for is the way that you encounter wild Pokemon.
Oh yeah,
because there's no random encounters.
There's no random encounters. They just
get annoying.
The most random encounters is when they pop out and you just walk into them out of nowhere, or they pop right in front of you. But you can actually see them pop up, which is so sweet.
Yeah, that's very cool.
And then they can you see Pokemon fly above you, Pokemon in the water. It brings like the actual kind of like Pokemon feel like if you were actually there. That's what I enjoy a lot. I'm not gonna lie, the rivals sucked. It's like the passive rivals. Like, yeah, we're gonna be great together.
These are mean rival companies.
We haven't had a mean rival.
It's like Gen 2.
Gen 2, yeah, that was the guy with red hair. The OG rival that was always ahead of you. Like always ahead of you and just showing that he's just better than you.
It made it so much more satisfying.
It made it so much more satisfying to beat him. You want someone.
He's just a pushover now.
And now he's just a gym leader. He's just a gym leader, man. All the other rivals suck.
Now, my number 2 pick is what I think is the definitive Kanto experience. Fire Red and Leaf Green. If you're going to play Kanto, those are the games you play.
Am I a fake Pokemon fan for not playing any of those games?
Never played those?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, I was about to say, because I've played all the regions and you haven't.
Yeah, I haven't played Gen 5. That's fair.
I skipped that.
I skipped that one.
I haven't beat Y.
I really want to go back to it, but...
It's like I haven't beat Y either. I've played a little bit.
I've gotten 8 badges. It's a cakewalk. I'm sorry.
It's a cakewalk, so you can't play. I can't beat it. It's too easy.
It's not engaging enough.
It's too easy for me.
Where was I at? Oh, okay. Fire Red and Leaf Green. The definitive Kanto experience, in my opinion. Maybe I'm just a little nostalgic. This was the first game I ever played. I played Fire Red when I was like 5 probably. The Kanto starters are, I think that's the only region where I just love all three starters.
Yeah.
You know, the other ones, like,
just one you can always pick.
there's always, one that you can think is better, but whenever I play
one you think is better and one you think is just shit.
Exactly, but whenever you play a new game of Fire Red, you're actually dealt with a difficult choice right at the beginning of the game. For me personally, because all 3 of those starters, they're probably
Honestly,
another video, like top 5 starters.
dude, for real. Have you got to the point though? Like, if you ever do that, there's one you just always pick.
Yeah.
Charmander or Squirtle.
Oh, not for this region, no.
Oh, not for this region.
No,
I always pick Squirtle.
Usually for other regions, I'm kind of
Yeah.
I gravitate towards one, but this is the region that I just can't pick. I can't, just pick so easily, and I think that's really cool. I mean, what else is there to say about it? I love how
First, like Pokemon experience. It's
Yeah.
like it's like a remake of the first Pokemon.
Of the original,
experience.
and the originals are good, but they're glitchy as
yeah.
you can't play them today. Why would you? It's like, why would you play Red and Blue and you can play Fire Red, Leaf Green?
And even though I bashed on
It's pretty
Emerald,
much the same story.
even though I bashed on Emerald, but those like 5 games, Emerald, Sapphire, Ruby, Fire Red, Leaf Green, they were very great gameplay wise. They looked good. They like played smoothly and stuff like that. Even though they were still for the Game Boy, but they were like really.
Yeah.
Especially if you had like a DS that you can play it on.
Oh yeah, I
Just
remember
make them
playing
better.
Fire Red on the DS. I love the look of the Fire Red, Leaf Green, but I love how it pretty much is the original game, but well, it also added the 7 islands. I thought that was really cool. Add a bit more to the game.
Oh yeah, like the Orange Islands.
Yeah.
It added it after the anime, right? Wasn't it based off the anime?
I might have been.
Something like that, dude. I
But-
don't know.
Gave you a bit more to do once you beat the league, and I guess I don't have a ton of strong arguments as to why I put it at number 2, but nostalgia. It's
nostalgia.
It's Kanto.
Honestly, a lot of Pokemon games are just nostalgia.
Yeah.
My number 2, Daniel's also gonna be like, that's not a top 5 pick. Why? Oh my god. I'm a lot, like, when it comes to I don't play Pokemon games to be challenged. I'm not gonna lie. I play Pokemon games so I can explore, collect Pokemon. I like beating it just to say I beat the region. Okay, so it's the first one for the 3DS. I played on the 2DS personally. It was cheaper. But it was our first insight of what Pokemon could look like in 3D. That wasn't a Coliseum or Stadium game. It played very smoothly, like I said about the Nintendo Switch. For a handheld, it played very good. Graphically, the whole region looked beautiful.
It does look
There were a lot of new Pokemon in the game that I really enjoyed. I know you're not a huge fan of why, but come on, Greninja.
No, I actually really like the Pokemon from Gen 6. I kind of like how, how they didn't add a ton?
They didn't add a ton, but
It's
they
kinda
added
like-
quality.
Yeah, it's
Pokemon.
almost like they focused for quality over
Yeah.
quantity, which was like, I know people complained that they added too much in Unova.
in Unova.
So I think it was
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
it was cool
in
that
Unova
they
there's
focused
a
on quality.
Shit ton. And I just could not keep up with all of them. But yeah, they had like a small amount of Pokemon that were all good, and then they added Ultra Instinct. No, they added the Mega Evolutions.
Yeah.
Which has really died down since that generation of games.
It seems like they try to replace it with something new.
Something new every game, which is
general.
okay, but it's like sometimes there's things that you really like that work, but they kind of like just give it away. But yeah, the Mega Evolutions were really sweet, especially you can bring back old Pokemon that you liked, that you really enjoyed, and they had like a next evolution. Some you got a new design for them, and some even changed types, and then. And that was really,
The fairy type.
Oh yeah, fairy type. They had
Forgot
fairy
about that.
type. I really fuck with fairy types. Fairy types
Yeah,
are
they're cool.
sweet. There's this one flower Pokemon that I'll probably put a picture of it, but I like this Floretta or something. You know the flower Pokemon that looks like it's holding an umbrella, but it's a flower.
Yeah.
That one, I loved that Pokemon. That was on my team, and I would have it. It would just be my grass and fairy type that would just dominate. And Daniel says the game is easy, which it is, but I used that as an opportunity to train 2 teams, so I had like even more Pokemon to use from
That's
and
fair.
train and get like kind of close to that. So I really
I think
liked
that's
that.
I think all of Gen 6 is just easy because it's not just X and Y. It's the Ruby and Sapphire remakes. Those are pretty easy too.
I like those.
They're alright.
I just
I'd rather play Emerald, but
I think it's because it's my brother's favorite. I like to just shit on him, honestly. Just be like, yeah, dude, that's garbage.
So number 1,
Oh, we got. Whoa.
we have the same number 1 as well. And
Would you like to present it, my good sir?
I presented number 4. You present number 1.
a gentleman. So, for our number one, Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Oh my god, has there been a more perfect Pokemon game? Probably fucking not.
Will there ever be?
Probably
not.
Fucking not. Until they do a Sinnoh remake. Come on. We deserve a Sinnoh remake for the Switch. They just, every year, they remake a new one.
Make it happen.
They make a new one, then they remake one. Then they make a new one, then they remake one. Until they make until it's VAR, when we're like Sword Art Online just sunken in to this real world Pokemon. Okay, why do we love it so much? First of all, Pokemon that followed you. We were literally talking about that in Pokemon Let's Go. We love Pokemon following you. It was...
It might sound ridiculous, but that's probably a big reason why we put this so high. I think I can speak for both of us.
It's a big reason we put it high. It was that, a mixture of, it was the same like kind of design as Pearl, which I thought Pearl and Platinum and
Gen
Diamond
4,
played very well.
The mechanics of Gen 4 are just really good.
Yeah, the mechanics
like the physical
were great.
special move split. That's game changing right there.
Mm-hmm.
To replay Johto with that is amazing.
The Johto region's personally my favorite region. It has my favorite. It feels like the whole. At least when you start the game, it feels like it's autumn.
Yeah.
Cause your area, which I don't know, I get that like nice vibe with it. I don't know, I'm weird when it comes to weather. Like
no,
the vibe's
I love
like
that.
Sweet.
I kind of remember that from like Crystal too.
Crystal.
Yeah.
It just felt like.
And the town we have in the background.
Oh yeah. I can't remember the name of the town, but it's the
cut
one with the
in that
bell
where
tower.
where the game just looks gorgeous with like all the fall colors and the trees and stuff. Yeah.
And that was a game. Well, first of all, it has the Johto region my favorite and the Kanto region his favorite. So there's two regions. I'm losing my train of thought. So you go through like the whole. You go through a region twice, so it gives you more to play throughout like.
There's like the most content.
Yeah, most content. You build up hours on it. There's like this one place. It's like a Pokemon Sports thing that I spent a lot of time getting medals for that.
I forgot about that. That was sick.
I spent a lot of time getting medals for that. I don't remember if they were significant anyway, but I spent a lot of time on it. And it was the first Pokemon game that I went on my way to do certain like GameStop events. Like there's a Celebi event where you got a Celebi, you went back in time, you discovered your rival is Giovanni's son, and he yeeted out of that relationship, and then you battle him in the past, and he may or may not have committed suicide because he jumped off like a
I don't remember that.
Waterfall. I'll show you the video.
I never did that.
Okay, he never did it. That's why. But and then you got the sweet ass Jirachi.
I did do that one.
I did the Jirachi.
At like the very beginning of the game, just run your starter in Jirachi. I remember that.
But that's one of the Pokemon games that I've played multiple times, and it's the longest run I've had with like 200 to like 300 hours. Spend so much time on it.
It's easily like the most like bang for your buck for like content.
Oh, for real. It's the same amount as all the other games, but it's like there's more to it.
2 regions.
And you get to play against Red in the first one. And that's actually a challenge. Like that game's like still a challenge too if you're not prepared.
Gen 4 is challenging.
Yeah, if you're not prepared. I think you haven't played Gen 5. To me, that was fucking challenging and made it not fun.
Really?
That's how challenging it was. But this one, it was like perfect balance, like challenging but enjoyable. And yeah, that's why I don't think there's much else to say about it. It's very.
The music.
Fun. Oh shit, dude! The music. That music was very good.
Especially one of them that sticks out the most is the Tower of Ho-Oh.
Tower of Ho-Oh, yes.
I just love all the like Asian like
the Asian aesthetic and stuff like that.
Amazing.
It was
especially on the DS's.
It was
like, sound.
The Johto region is definitely the most like Japanese culture, which I really love. It just provided a really beautiful aesthetic to the game. And I also want to mention my boy Snorlax is in the game. Snorlax is like one of my favorite Pokemon. If a Snorlax is in the game, he's on my squad. Pokemon Let's Go, he's on my squad. Pokemon Go, squad. Johto, squad. If I can find a Snorlax, you best believe he's on the squad. I love Snorlax, dude. It's so weird. It's what I would probably be if I didn't work out.
Any final words on those games?
Dude, I just love Pokemon. I can't wait for Sword and Shield to come out, to be honest. But A lot of it's nostalgia. A lot of the reasons we don't have I don't think we have great reasons to why we ordered, why we listed it, but it's
Just
how
preference.
in our brains. It was how in our brains we just
Just the time,
measured the level of enjoyment.
Yeah, the time in our lives we played those games. I think as a big
Yeah.
part of it too.
Oh yeah, for
But-
sure. It's just
Personally, I think that it's pretty clear that Soul Silver and Heart Gold are the
oh
best.
yeah, they are.
I mean, if you were to, I don't know, if someone you knew wanted to start getting into it, that would probably be, for me, the first game I would
Yeah,
recommend
for
to them.
sure. I don't even think.
I think that's like the definitive.
I feel the people that go straight to the Switch or straight to the 2BTS, man, they get spoiled. I
Yeah.
mean, I think it might be difficult to play the Game Boy games.
Yeah, I think
Those might be a little more
I
difficult.
think
to
the
get
Gen 4 like Platinum
Yeah.
and then the Gen 2 remakes.
Honestly, you
The
don't
perfect balance of difficulty.
I mean,
I think.
the perfect balance, and also you don't even. I don't even think you need to even play the Game Boy games because they remade all the regions and the
Pretty
story
much.
slightly, so you don't have to do that. But yeah, thank you for watching. Let us know what else you'd like to see. Let me know if you want to see this boy again. I'm planning on having him on some more videos later, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Peace.